right here is a contraption that can detect when the chunk it's in is being reloaded. So right here we have a command block that says the contraption has been reloaded, and it's the only non-survival friendly part in this contraption. Basically, if we log out and log back in, the system will detect it and it will print out that the contraption has been reloaded. So right here is the output, and if we log, we can see the output turns on for a moment. Yeah, that's basically what this contraption does. It also detects if you run very far away, let the chunk unload and then reload it. So if we just use another command block which tells us whether the chunk is loaded, when unloaded. Okay, it's unloaded. If we now go back, it should say that the contraption has been reloaded, which it does. So that's basically what this contraption does. If it's being reloaded, it can detect that, and then it will give an output. And this is unnecessarily big. I think you can fit it in a nice 5x5x5 cube, but this is mainly about the concept, because pistons really have trouble when they're unloading. So there are two bugs this thing relies on, which have to do with pistons unloading. First, if you unload a piston at a very specific timing while it's powering another piston, it will forget to update. That's one glitch. And the second glitch was found by Eario very recently, and I will link to a video where he explains this glitch and also the other one. And that is basically, normally a piston extension is faster than a repeater set on 2 ticks. That holds true under most circumstances. But if a piston gets reloaded while it's extending, it forgets the progress the work has already been done, and it restarts its entire extension because it fails to correctly read out the progress the block 36 had already made, and that is explained in Jerry's video, so I will just link to it. So the second bug is that if we power this and then relog, then the repeater will be faster, basically, as we can see here. So if a piston gets unloaded while it just has been powered by another piston, it will forget its update. If a piston gets unloaded while it was extending, it will forget how far it got with its extension and just restart the entire extension. What this means to that is that if you have a piston clock like this and you unload it, you will either get additional delay for one cycle or the clock will break entirely, and both can be detected, and that's basically what the system does. So right here we detect whether the clock breaks, so we have here a dual edge detector. If nothing happens here for a long time, then this torch will turn on, update all the piston, and additionally this torch will turn on and go to a command block and say that it has been reloaded. So that's the detection for when the clock breaks because of losing updates. And the second thing is that this clock has a 12 game tick delay, and right here we have another 6 game ticks. So we have here we have an 18 game tick delay. So what this means is as long as this clock has a 12 game tick delay, these two will turn on at exactly the same time. It will also turn off at exactly the same time. But if we reload this contraption, this clock will for one cycle have a longer delay, and that means that this comparator will turn on before the repeater, and then it will give a pulse to its piston, and then that will also go to the command block, basically. And so if we unload this system, no matter at which point we unload it, it will always detect it and print out a message, basically. Yeah, and I thought that might be useful. I might compact it if people want to actually use it in survival, but I just thought it's cool that you can use piston bugs to consistently tell whether the game has been reloaded, and it might be useful for iron farms, maybe. I don't know. But that should be about it.